And welcome by How to Tutors. Today we'll be doing the second part of our Woordsoorte series, parts of speech. Stick around and let's get right into it. So like we said in our previous video, Woordsoorte, parts of speech, right? In Afrikaans, net soos Engels in Afrikaans, just like in English, het ons woordsoorte, we have parts of speech. Ons gebruik woordsoorte om sinne te maak. We use parts of speech to make sentences. Das kan ons sê dat elke sin het verskillende dele. Thus, we can say that every sentence has different parts, dele, en ons noem hierdie dele woordsoorte, and we call these parts woordsoorte, parts of speech. En vandag gaan ons oor 5 verskillende woordsoorte leer en hoe ons hulle in sinne gebruik. So today we'll be learning about the 5 different parts of speech and how to use them. Die 5 woordsoorte is the 5 parts of speech that we'll be covering today are die werkwoord, your verb, voegwoord, your conjunction, your voorsetsel, your preposition, voornaamwoorde, your pronoun, and finally the last one, telwoorde, your counting or your numbering words. These we use for numbering and enumerating things. Die werkwoord, the verb. So once again, you will see that the abbreviation of the afkorting is WW for werkwoord. So your onderwyser or your teacher might use that instead of writing werkwoord out in full. A werkwoord, an action word, wys wat gedoen word. It shows what is being done. It's an action word. Elke sin moet 'n werkwoord hê. Every sentence, every single sentence has to have a verb. There is no sentence that is geen sin without a verb, sonder 'n werkwoord. Byvoorbeeld, for example, eet, drink, lag, sit en stap. Baie keer, many times, kry ons ook 'n helpwerkwoord, an auxiliary verb, saam met die hoofwerkwoord, the main verb. So basically, a helpwerkwoord, an auxiliary verb, is a helping verb. So usually your sentence will have 2 verbs, your auxiliary verb and then your main verb, your doing word. It's not necessary. It's either the sentence has one main verb or an auxiliary verb, a helping verb, just to give your sentence more information and more substance. Maar dis nie altyd nodig nie. It's not always necessary. Let's look at a few examples. Byvoorbeeld, Domi sal, dis your helpwerkwoord, kos kook. So sal is your helpwerkwoord and kook is your hoofwerkwoord. As jy 'n sin kry wat 2 werkwoorde het, if you get a sentence that has 2 verbs, know that the first verb will be your auxiliary, your helpwerkwoord, and die tweede werkwoord, the second one will be your hoofwerkwoord, your main verb. That's how it works, guys. So always remember, if you get a sentence that has 2 verbs, know that the eerste werkwoord, the first one will be your auxiliary verb, your helpwerkwoord, and then die laaste een of die tweede werkwoord gaan jou hoof, your main verb wees. Die volgende voorbeeld, the next example. Oom moet is ons eerste werkwoord, werk is ons tweede. So moet is your helpwerkwoord en dan werk is your second one, dis your hoofwerkwoord, your main verb. Die laaste voorbeeld, the last example. John wil eat. So wil is your helpwerkwoord and then eat is your hoofwerkwoord. Another way to identify if your sentence perhaps has 2 and you're not sure. Usually your sal, your moet, your wil, so and so on and so forth will be your auxiliary verb, and then the one that shows the actual action, your eat, your slap, your drink, your kook will be your hoofwerkwoord. So that's how you can also identify. If you see sal, moet and wil, it will be your helpwerkwoord, and then your kook, your eet, your werk, your slap, your lag will be your hoofwerkwoord, your main verb. Die volgende woordsoort, our next part of speech, is ons voegwoord, our conjunction, right? So the abbreviation is voeg and a W, right? So it will be your voeg, your word voeg, and then a W, and then a full stop. The full stop basically shows us that the word is incomplete and thus it is an abbreviation. Dis 'n afkorting. Afkorting means abbreviation. Reg, kom ons gaan aan. Let's go on. Ons gebruik voegwoord om sinne te verbind. We use conjunctions to join sentences. So it's better to say join sentences instead of saying combine, because when you combine, you mix everything up and then you basically change everything. But when you join, you just bring two parts together. So they can be individuals, they can exist as individual sentences, but now you're choosing to bring them together, to join them using a conjunction, a certain word, your voegwoord. Reg, kom ons gaan aan. Baie keer verander die woordorde na die voegwoord. So many times the word order changes after the conjunction. So the word order, most times the word order only changes after the conjunction, na die voegwoord. Byvoorbeeld, so these are a few examples of conjunctions. En, maar, want, toe, omdat, as, nadat, wanneer. And this is what they mean. En means and, maar is but, want is because, toe is then, omdat is because, as is if, nadat is thereafter, and wanneer means when. Die volgende woordsoort, our next parts of speech is die voorsetsel, a preposition, and the abbreviation of die afkorting is voors, VOORS, met 'n punt with a full stop to show that it is an abbreviation. Reg, kom ons gaan aan. Let's go on. 'n voorsetsel is 'n woord wat die verhouding tussen mense en dinge beskryf. A voorsetsel, a preposition, is a word wat die verhouding that describes the relationship between people and things. So a voorsetsel preposition describes and shows the relationship between people and objects. Byvoorbeeld, for example, op, onder, langs, agter, voor, teen, bo, in, spring oor, met, tot, by. Op is on, onder is under, langs is next to, agter is behind, voor is before, teen is between, bo is on top, in is inside or in something, spring oor is jump over, met is with, tot is until, by is by. Nommer 8, voornaamwoord, our pronoun. Die afkorting, the abbreviation is VNW with a full stop, met 'n punt. 'n voornaamwoord, 'n pronoun, word gebruik in plek van 'n selfstandige naamwoord. Pronoun is used in place of a noun, of 'n eie naam, or a proper noun, sodas, or a naming noun rather, sodas, so that die sin nie so te mekaar klink nie, so the sentence doesn't sound so messy and confusing. So we use our pronouns in place of our nouns and our naming words so as to prevent confusion and messiness in our sentences. Ons kry verskillende voornaamwoorde. We get different types of pronouns. Persoonlike voornaamwoorde are personal pronouns. Besitlike voornaamwoorde are possessive pronouns. En die laaste een, betreklike voornaamwoorde are relative pronouns. Persoonlike voornaamwoorde are personal pronouns. These are personal, and examples of these, voorbeelde van hierdie is ek, I, jy, you, hy, he, sy, she, hulle, them, julle, you. Ons is us. Besitlike voornaamwoorde, possessive pronouns. Bijvoorbeeld, may word myne. So these show possession, they show ownership. May word myne, my becomes mine. Hulle word hullense, their becomes theirs. Ons word onsen, us becomes ours, because remember it's now showing that it belongs to someone. Julle word jullensen, your becomes yours. Jou word joune, you or your becomes yours, and sy word syne. Her becomes hers. Haar word haar. Her becomes hers. Betreklike voornaamwoorde, relative pronouns. Hierdie werk soos voegwoorde. They work in place of conjunctions. Hulle verbind, they join sinne met mekaar, with each other. As daar geen voorsetsel is nie, gebruik ons altyd wat. So if there is no preposition, we always use the word wat. Bijvoorbeeld, for example, die vrou wat ek ken, die vrou wat ek ken is jonk. The woman that I know is young. Die tas wat ek het is rooi. The bag that I have is red. Die meisie wat mooi sing sit in die huis. The girl that sings lovely sits in the house. As daar 'n voorsetsel bykom, gebeur die volgende. Remember, we're referring to voorsetsel because now our voornaamwoord, our pronoun, ons betreklike voornaamwoord, our relative pronoun takes the place of the preposition. So now we're saying that in reference to that fact. Mense, people, word becomes voorsetsel plus V, and jy skryf dit as twee woorde. So it's a preposition plus V, which is who, and you write it as two words. Bijvoorbeeld, for example, die meisie op wie John verlief is, is Ompile. So the girl with whom John is in love with is Ompile. Vir diere en dinge, for animals and objects, gebeur die volgende. The following happens. Jy kry waar plus die voorsetsel, en jy skryf dit as een woord. Bijvoorbeeld, die fiets waarin Toomie ry, is oud. The bicycle which Toomie rides, is old. Volgende een, die skorpioen waarvan ek jou vertel het, is giftig. The scorpion that I was telling you about is poisonous. Die laaste deel van ons woordsoorte, the last part of our parts of speech, is telwoorde, en die afkorting is tel met 'n W en 'n punt. It's tel with a W and a full stop. And telwoorde are basically counting or numbering words. We use them to enumerate and count. Kom ons gaan aan. Telwoorde dui getal aan. So telwoorde, counting numbers, indicate or show us numeration. Ons kry twee soorte, we get two types. Hooftelwoorde, your main counting words, bijvoorbeeld 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 20 is 20, 40 is 40, 87 is 87. Kom ons gaan aan. Reg, die laaste een is rangtelwoorde. Byvoorbeeld, eerste, tweede, derde, 40ste. So rangtelwoorde show the number position. Byvoorbeeld, we said eerste, which means first, tweede means second, derde means third, 40ste means the 40th. So it just shows you the ranking. Rangtelwoorde show you the rank. So it was the first, the eerste, and so on, and so forth. Right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you for tuning in to our second part of Woordsoorte, parts of speech. And today's lesson concludes the series. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and inform us of what content you'd like to see next. Even if it's a poetry topic, let us know and we'll do it for you. Thank you.